if it is not already clear, in today's video I'm going to be sharing with you 5 to 6 things that high value women, classy women, prim and proper women should not be doing in public. If you do them in public, you can get away with them, but you're not giving yourself a good rep. I primarily will be speaking to women in this video, but it also applies to men. So if you're a man watching this video, if you stumble upon this video by chance, or if you clicked on this video out of curiosity, some of these things do apply to you. Welcome back to our channel. If you're not new here, if you're back here every other week watching one video to another, welcome back. It's nice to have you back. But if you are new here, if this is the first time you are seeing this face, welcome to the channel. My name is Antwiwaa and I'm usually a nice girl, but in this video I'm going to be a little bit harsh, just a little of tough love. Today I am going there and I need you to brace yourself because you may or may not like these things I'm about to share, but if you're here for it, stick around. Before we even get into the video, I'm going to give a quick disclaimer. The things I share in this video are my personal opinions. You may choose to agree or disagree with them. That is up to you, but I strongly believe that if you stop doing these 5 or 6 things that I'm going to be sharing in this video, they're going to be a little bit more classier and a little bit more high value as opposed to somebody who just goes around doing these things. Because let's be honest, we like to believe that people are not watching. We like to believe that you can do whatever you like, there are no consequences, but the truth is there are always going to be consequences. There's definitely people that are watching what you do. People are literally losing opportunity because of very basic things that you may think for a fact are not a problem. You can choose to agree or disagree with it. Whatever you choose, be very nice and polite in the comment section. And in no particular order, the very first thing is shuffling. If you don't know what shuffling is dragging your feet. Imagine sitting in a room full of people, a few people here and there, and a beautiful lady walks in. Even before she walks in, you hear I don't know if I'm exaggerating. First of all, you come across as lazy. You come across as not prim and proper, obviously, because why are you dragging your feet? Lift your feet up. It doesn't take anything away from you. It's excusable if I'm in an office with you and I hear you shuffle once in a while. Sometimes you're tired, sometimes you're lost in your thoughts and you don't even realize you're doing it. But if it is something that you're constantly doing, dragging your feet, like you're carrying the entire weight of the world on your head, what is the meaning of that? Lift your feet up. I promise you, you will feel better about yourself and you will have people giving you that eye. Because usually people that walk into doors shuffling, everybody literally gives them that eye, like, what is going on here? It is not a good look. Don't do that. This next one is something that I have done in the past and I've seen how people look at me cracking your knuckles. I know that sometimes your hands are tight and it feels okay for me to just go ahead and just crack. Sitting in public and just crack. It's like, are you getting ready for a fight or something, miss? What is going on? What is going on? Don't do that. I remember when I was in high school-ish, I had this tutor and I remember one time we came to class. It was one-on-one class. My dad used to, encourage that. One-on-one class, I was in high school, he was teaching me chemistry or so. Yeah, chemistry. And I sat down and I started cracking my knuckles. And this is a respectable man. I went ahead, crack. He let me finish. And then he was like, if you went to this type of school, you would not do what you just did in front of me. And I was so ashamed of myself because he was basically saying that if you were this type of woman or if you belong to this class of people, you would know for a fact that cracking your knuckles in public is wrong and is not a nice look. And from that time onwards, even when I feel the strain, I try as much as possible to wait to be alone. I don't even know if it's healthy for us to be doing that, but if I have to, I try as much as possible not to do it in public. I know that some of you will just automatically think that you don't have to do these things because men are watching and you're trying to please the men. And so I'm making a video about how to present yourself to men, which is not always the case. But then again, the men are watching and the ladies are also watching. It doesn't matter who you're trying to please or not please. The next most unattractive thing in a woman or in a high value woman is cussing. Like just cussing anyhow. If you're with your friend group and you have those friends that are used to cussing F that. I don't want to say them, but you know what I mean. The S word, the F word, the B word, and all those other words that people, are used to saying. It's not fine, but you're with your friends, so you can let down your sleeves, you can relax and just be yourself. That is okay. But say you're out on a date, or you're out in public, say maybe an office dinner, something of that sort, and you're just cussing every sentence, the F word, the next sentence, the B word, it is such a ras behavior. Like, it is the absolute ghetto. No offense to, I don't even know if anybody identifies as ghetto, but it is the ghetto for a classy woman that is supposed to be put together, that's supposed to be elegant, high value, to be cussing left, right, center. It is a bad idea. It is a bad thing. You should definitely not do it in public. Stop cussing if you're the type of person that cusses every now and then. It's not it. It doesn't look good on you. This next one, you can choose to agree with me or not, but if you're a high value woman, think you're classy, and you carry yourself properly and are prim and proper, you don't brag. There's a difference between intentionally making yourself look small and then not bragging. Right? I could be, say, a doctor, a renowned doctor. So in public, I introduce myself as doctor this and that. And that is not bragging. That is something that is now part of my identity, for example. Bragging is when you just meet somebody, you're in a conversation with someone, and the person just says, well, I'm the cousin of the president. Okay, nobody cares. Or someone says that the Antwiwaa of the Ashanti region is my uncle. What is going on? And I've met people like that, not even just women, men. You just be having a conversation, and do you know that I own a car and I own a house here and there? It makes you look insecure. Why do you feel the need to talk about these things that you possess, or these things that you own, or these people in high authority? Why do you feel the need to mention them if you are not insecure about yourself? If you don't need the backing of this and that to prove that, okay, you're also, secure in yourself. People that are secure in themselves don't see the need to tell you that I have a car or I have this, because on their own, they're secure. Their car is just an addition. The money they have in a bank, it doesn't define them. And if you're that woman or that man that feels the need to brag, to make a point, it's not something that you should be doing as a high value woman. You should not be bragging in any way. I don't even know if this is a good example, but I participated in a beauty pageant years ago, and after the first year of the pageant, the following years I never talk about it unless when I make a video. But I would never meet a person and say that, hey, I was in this beauty pageant. And it's very interesting if the people that you say you meet eventually find out one way or the other that you're this person, or like you meet somebody, they're getting to know you, you never mention that you're on the Forbes 30 under 30, never mention it, and then on their own they find out. Do you know how cool that is? Like, do you know how cool someone comes in like, oh my god, you're on the Forbes 30 under 30 and you never mentioned it? Leave a little bit of mystery. If it's not coming out in a conversation organically, and you just feel the need to pull it out, or mention it here and there just to make a point, it's not class. This next one may offend a couple of people, I have to say it, but people that are overly loud. Classy women, prim and proper women, are not overly loud. You're having a discussion in a group and this person is so loud. No. I mean, there are people that are not naturally quiet. There are people that are naturally outgoing, fun, give off good vibes, make everybody happy. That is fantastic. Sometimes I wish I'm like that, but read the room. There's a time and a place for that. There are times that you are not needed, like it's not required of you to be screaming and be loud. No, you're out having a good time, having drinks. Yes, you can be even that, but yes, you can be loud. When was the last time you saw Michelle Obama being crazy loud? Have you ever seen it? When you think about women that are excessively loud, of course, express yourself. You can express yourself quietly without being overly loud and all of that. If you're naturally a loud person, just be conscious of your environment. I think that it will help you know when to be a little bit mellow and when you can just be yourself and be outspoken and all of that. Before I continue, I'm just gonna say that if you agree with any of these things, please give the video a thumbs up. If you don't agree but you're enjoying the video, give it a thumbs up still, you know. It goes a long way. And leave a comment, let me know what you agree with or don't agree with. But again, be very respectful while you're at it. The next thing is to listen a little bit more. I didn't want to tie that to being overly loud because they may not be the same thing, right? Somebody may be very loud but is also a good listener, so it's not the same thing. But one trait that is attractive in both men and women is somebody that has the ability to listen and it's not just talking and not giving the next person the opportunity to talk. No matter how much experience, how many stories, how much whatever you think you have to say, depending on your expertise on a certain topic or whatever, sometimes just pause and listen to what the next person has to say. It makes for a good conversation. It makes you very irresistible. Imagine being on a date with a girl or a guy that just like literally just the moment you sat down, he's been talking about himself from the beginning of the date, and he's been talking about himself. Doesn't even bother to ask you about yourself, doesn't bother to want to even get to know you a little more, and it's just all about him from the beginning till the end. Even when he asks you about yourself, the moment you begin to answer, he just cuts in and talks about something else, as though he just asks you about yourself to be polite but isn't interested in whatever you have to say. That is my biggest pet peeve. If I'm talking to you, I'm trying to get to know you, and you say ask me something or you ask my opinion on something, and I'm giving the opinion, and then you just cut me short or come in and start talking about something else, as if what you asked me about is not important. You just asked me because, well, that is wrong. Don't be that person. You don't want to be that person. If you've been in the other person's shoes, you know for a fact that you don't want to be that person that keeps talking and doesn't give the other person the chance to talk. This one, whether you're in public or you're in private, be open to listening to people. Sometimes just keep quiet and listen to whatever they have to say. It makes them feel good about themselves. It makes them feel very important. And you come off as a high value, a woman or a man that has proper home training. Rumbling on and on about yourself, about how great you are, about how much of it's not attractive at all. Talking about attraction, I have a video where I share some tips on how to look expensive, how to look prim and proper, ladylike, classy. And I'm going to link that video right here so you can tap on it and watch the video. I also shared 2 things that are making you look cheap and less put together or attractive. So tap on that video and watch it if you want. And also hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And I will see you over in this video.